Hi, like I said, I thought I'd try and make these more regularly. Um, because every day I'm processing everything that I'm dealing with and everything, and um, the problem things I'm having difficulties with obviously are the problems that I'm wanting to express here. Um, I actually like to tell my friends when they a while back when they would question why I would sort of fight for my relationship or whatever that you don't always get to see behind closed doors, or you're only hearing the problems because that's why would people. I mean, yeah, you do talk about good times and stuff, but people don't talk about the everyday good. They talk about the big moments. They talk about something great that happened or something bad that happened. But if every day is pretty good, you're not going to hear that. But even a little bit of bad stuff, the everyday bad stuff, you will hear because that's bad. Bad is always more important than the little bit of good stuff because it's a concern, it's a warning, it's something to be afraid of. It's something that causes you worry or pain or makes you fear pain, and that's sort of what I've been thinking about and what I wanted to talk about today is pain and fear and those sorts of concerns for me um, that I've been dealing with recently. And, you know, it's like I was saying yesterday, things aren't easy. Um, I've been thinking about the ways that all this hurts. I mean, I always think about that, but today I was thinking about specific things that hurt. Not too long ago was my birthday, and a lot of people wished me happy birthday. I intentionally didn't tell, I should say, some people that I spend a lot of time around that it wasn't my birthday. And not because I was looking to throw a pity party for myself or anything like that, but that I specifically wasn't looking for that sort of recognition. Now, it's always nice to receive that recognition. Of course it is. Of course, it's nice to hear from people who know it's your birthday that, hey, happy birthday. I remembered you. I thought of you. That's always nice. It's always nice to hear that. But it wasn't what I was looking for. You know, I didn't tell my friends when they found out. They got a little irritated at me, but that's fine. I was wanted to spend some of this time, like I said yesterday, um, sort of self-actualizing, sort of self-accepting. Celebrate my birthday with myself. Think about myself. Focus on myself. Not necessarily be happy with myself or love myself or any of that stuff. I don't necessarily. I don't know about that. Like, I don't subscribe necessarily to the fact that you have to love yourself or any of that stuff or whatever. Like, I don't like buy into any previous subscription, but I do understand the need to accept yourself, to understand yourself, to believe in oneself. Because if you hate yourself or you dislike yourself, that leads to problems. I mean, it's led to a lot of my problems in life. It's led to a great deal of problems in my life. It's made me feel awful in life. It's made me question a lot of things. It's led to a lot of insecurities, a lot of fear, and that fear has made me behave in a lot of ways that I don't like, and this presented a lot of pain to me. But anyway, I had heard from people who knew it was my birthday. Happy birthday, and it was nice. But my wife as you know, most of these videos are going to be about, play almost exclusively, because, like I said yesterday, my whole life was, for 10 years, 10 plus years, I guess, because before that, when we were just friends, when I was romantically interested in her, but she was either unaware, or it was just we weren't together or whatever. She's been a focus of mine for a long time. But anyway, I moved out before my birthday, like 2 or 3 weeks before my birthday, and I didn't hear a happy birthday from her. I heard a happy birthday from my brother who lives with her, my sister-in-law, you know, my mom, all those kinds of people. And that was when I was still very frustrated with her, and I was still trying to deal with trying to be angry at her and move on, and or like work at maybe no contact thing about getting her back or whatever. Like I was okay with that. Like, okay, yeah, I don't care. Whatever, don't wish me a happy birthday. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Cool. I don't care. Whatever it is. But I wasn't being honest with myself. It hurt. I thought, you know, she has always said that when things even started to look remotely, vaguely like there might be a possibility things might go bad between us, she always was concerned about me. She always was thoughtful about me. She always was worried about me. It always felt like she was always going to care about me to a certain extent. You know? And she's always wished me a happy birthday. She's always thought of me in some regard. Even when we first broke up and she was angry at me and all that stuff, she still thought about me. Even the last time when she feels I did something that warranted her breaking up again with me, she still put that effort in to see me and cared about me and thought about me and checked up on me. And it's not there this time. And she's allowed to make her own decisions, and I understand that. And I don't blame her for that. I don't think her anger or her dislike of me or her lack of caring for me is warranted. I don't think I did anything to deserve that. But that's not my call to make. I'm talking about my experience. And it hurt. I currently feel like the only reason we communicate anymore is because we share a daughter. It feels like if our daughter didn't exist, I'd already be gone completely from her life. And that's her choice. If that's what would make her happy, then she has a right to make that choice. But it hurts. Especially when I love her so much. I, you know, I she owes me nothing. I understand that. I understand she owes me nothing. But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt when I reach out. And I hear nothing. Loneliness hurts. It really does. Loneliness really hurts. But that's okay. I just wish I could have had some of these realizations without having to go through some of the things I've had to go through. I wish I could have had some of the resolve that I've learned beforehand. I think pain is important. It helps us learn focus. It helps us realize that we still care about something. I think pain is valuable to us. I don't think we should let it make decisions for us. I don't think we should let it destroy us. And recently it almost did. It really almost did for me. Just before all this, when I first moved out, my plan was a very self-destructive plan. It was to intentionally isolate. I mean, I wanted to do it for the right reasons. I wanted to move out so that I would allow an unhindered path for the people I thought I'd get in the way of. And I'm still doing that. But my original plan was to just isolate myself intentionally and not be the person that I am, to intentionally wallow in that place, to drive that wedge of pain deeper and deeper into myself. And I wanted that so bad because I wanted to push myself to the darkest place I could, because I was hurting so bad, because I wanted to push myself to that point where I could do anything I needed to do to survive or not survive. I wanted to snap in any way it took because I didn't want to be in the place of pain that I was in. And that's how, that we shouldn't let pain dictate how we are. And that's what I've let my pain do for the last few years of my life. And I've learned good lessons, but it's always been just a little too late, unfortunately. Every time I go through something painful, a new kind of pain or a different version of it, I've learned something extremely valuable, but it's always too late. And the damage is already done to myself and to the people that I've been retaliated from that pain to. And it's wrong. And it's all I can hope to do is be the better person going forward, and I plan to, but it still sucks. It still is an awful experience. I wanted to also talk about, fear. There was somebody that once told me, and I don't remember exactly who it was, but fear boils down all the fears we have boil down to one thing: some sort of loss, right? We fear losing something. We fear losing ourselves. We fear losing a friend. We fear losing our loved ones. We fear losing comfort, money, whatever it is. Something that matters to us, we fear losing it. We fear losing happiness. We fear losing, fear of pain is fear of not being in pain, fear of the loss of comfort. And that can be just as a negative driver as pain itself. It drove me to do just as many bad things as pain did, but preemptively. Not only did pain drive me after I experienced it, but fear of new pain, fear of new experiences, fear of what that pain meant, fear of what that pain could mean, fear of what that all could be. I know that was a really stupid statement I just made, but I mean, that's how vague fear is. Fear is such a vague darkness that hides around the corner. It's an unknown. It's a boogeyman you build for yourself. And I'm afraid of what this decision I've made means. I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm afraid of it being so painful. I'm afraid that I'll build hope that I can win her back. Right now, I know I can't win her back. But I'm afraid that belief in myself will turn to arrogance or pride or whatever, and that will turn into a false hope that I can win her back. I want to believe that I'm a good person and that good quality of myself will be victorious, but I'm afraid that could turn into a hubris, that could turn into me me wanting more, and that fear of pain of the being a false hope. I'm afraid of that. So that makes me want to not do what I already believe to be the right thing to do. And so does all the pain I've experienced. It makes me not want to be the person I want to be. But I've already made the decision to be the person I want to be. That's what's right. I've already made that decision, because being the person that's safe, being the person that keeps me not in pain, is actually just as painful. It hurts, it's crushing, it's lonely. So it's in one of those situations where you're a rock hard place. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so sometimes you gotta buckle down and make the hard decision regardless. And but it still sucks. I'm a giant nerd, but the doctor said sometimes there's only, from Doctor Who, the doctor says sometimes there's only bad choices, but you still have to make a choice, even if there's bad choices. And yeah, I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to build this false hope and have build up this false hope, get super elevated, have this belief that I can, get back with my wife and all that stuff, and then have a greater fall. And not only have the pain of that again, but also have a blow to my ego. I mean, I don't have a huge ego, but having your ego hurt still sucks. But I'm afraid of that. But I'm also afraid of the pain of not being who I am, of that soul crushing despair, that loneliness, that betrayal to myself. So I have to buckle down and I have to do the right thing. Just sucks being in this situation. Maybe that's why I've been thinking about, the way I've been pained by my wife and by other people, is so that I can not have that, so that maybe I can fear that maybe I'll accidentally breed false hope in myself. Maybe I can keep that in check. Maybe that's why I'm focusing so much on it, so that I realize that, yeah, I've chosen to love my wife even if we aren't together. I've chosen that even if she's moving on, even if she divorces me, even if that all happens, that I've chosen to love her and be the person I am in my heart, and be that loving, caring person to the people around me, to the people I care about. That I don't fuck that up, that I don't screw that up by believing that I can succeed at what I want. I want to be with her, but I know that that's not going to happen. If it does happen, it's not going to be anytime soon by any stretch of the imagination. It's not likely any time with the acuity of my circumstances. So that's maybe that's why I'm focusing on, that fear and the pain recently, like today and, somewhat yesterday, and maybe that's why. So I don't build up that false hope. So I don't have that huge fall, because that's happened to me before too. But I still want to go on this mission. I still want to go down this path. I still want to be honest and true to who I am as a person. It's what I value. It's who I am. It's what I believe in. It's at the core of what I want out of my life. Like, sure, I can, I once told somebody recently, like, someone was telling me that they found out where I was working, one of my friends, and they're like, oh, you deserve to work at a better place than that. You're so much, like, oh, this is not me inflating my own ego. This is legitimately what they said. I'm not just, tooting my own horn here. This is legitimately what they said. They said that you're too smart to work at a place like that. You deserve better. And I said, I don't care. I need a job. I need money. And it's a job I can do fairly simple. It's a job I can go, work, come home, pull in a paycheck. That's all that matters to me right now. So that's why I have the job. And he says, yeah, but what about your dreams and stuff? And I said, you know what? Yeah, I've had, career aspirations before. But I'm one of those people that it's okay that I don't achieve my vocational dreams, because they're a means to an end. Like, my current aspiration is to be a police officer. But you know what? The reason I want to be a police officer is not because of any of the facets of the job. It's because of what the job means to me as a person, as my values as a character. Helping people, defending, at least in my mind, this is what it is. I mean, I know that the practicalities and the day-to-day and all the red tape prevents this from being how it is day-to-day. But fundamentally, the principle of it is to, serve and protect, to go out there and help people, to make people's lives better overall. That's what it is. I'm a person driven by character and value. And so if I can find that meaning in a job, what does it matter what job it is? Like, if I'm working in a small, minimum wage job, I have people who depend on me. Like, I have coworkers. If I can work hard and make their job a little bit easier or a little bit more fun or whatever, I'm helping them. If I can make sure that they're not going to get hurt, or they're going to be safe, or they're going to keep their job longer, or whatever, That's helping somebody. And also, every job has a reason to exist. Shoveling shit. That shit's got to get cleaned up. I'm helping somebody. If you're working at fast food, people want to pay for that food. That's why people go there. So you're helping people out. So what does it matter what career you're in, what job you're in? It matters about the meaning you find in life, where you're at right now. It's just the best. I mean, you should still aspire to better things, but steps, one thing at a time. I aspire to be a police officer because it's just, to me, it's one of the culminations of my beliefs. It's one of the careers which epitomizes what I hold value to. Like firemen and service members, things like that. That's why I pursue it. Not for any of the financial reasons or anything like that. Like that's great, cool. But it's because of the value it has. When I wanted to be a chef, same thing. Because I wanted to create something. I wanted to make something from one thing to another. I wanted that creativity, but I wanted to bring joy to people's life. Like that was the reason I wanted to be a chef for so long. I wanted to bring joy to people's life. I wanted to take something so simple and so plain and make it into something that people could enjoy and to bring people together. People could sit down, talk, have conversations, and enjoy something, and it brings true simplistic happiness, and it fills a need. I just it's important to me to just, I don't know, be genuine right now. It's just, I know that whatever path I go down, whether I have the strength to do the things I want to do, whether I fall short, whether I try, whatever it is, I know that I'm going to run into pain. It's just, not fun being in pain. It's not an easy thing to be in pain. It takes a lot of resolve to know that something's going to hurt and still move forward. One of the few people I was talking about my decision with, I forgot what I was going to say. My brain does this. It likes to stop my own thoughts when it's not a pleasant thought. Oh, I think I kind of remember, which is that I said that I was trying to find a way to reward myself for doing what I felt was right. Like following, because both paths are bad decisions, right? Even if both are bad decisions, you still have to make a decision. If you can reward yourself for doing what you feel is right, it helps reinforce something. Because I mean, it's great. When you do something that you know is right, you get a sense of fulfillment. But when there's pain that's associated with it, it dulls that sense of fulfillment. I know this because I've been through part of this before. And that's why I've come up short before. And that's why I've had to learn lessons the long and hard way before. And that's why I've failed so many times before. Because a lot of the times I didn't have the support I needed from myself, from the people that I really needed them from. And so I was telling that person, I'm trying to find a way to reward myself, to give myself something to really push myself forward. And they're like, you should just feel rewarded for doing the right thing. Yeah, I should. It's not so simple. Again, sometimes we got to be honest with ourselves. You want to know sometimes what's most rewarding is the easy path. You know what the easy path is? The third decision. Because there's the two main decisions that I'm choosing between is to be petty, clam up, betray myself, right? And that hurts. But it has tangible rewards, right? More money, things like that. Possibly someone to lay next to me in bed, but it's not satisfying. It's betrayal of my own personality, betrayal of my own desires and hopes for the future. The other one is to be a loving, compassionate person, to give and to be vulnerable and to be present and to be forgiving and to be forward with myself, to wear myself on my sleeves, to open my chest, to bare my heart to the world still after everything, after being hurt by people. And I don't just mean my wife, I mean by everybody that I've been betrayed by my friends who stabbed me in the back, by the people who have abandoned me, by the people who have neglected me and left me behind. I want to be that person. And that's the harder choice. The easy choice, the third choice, is to just go on autopilot. And it's sort of a betrayal, but it's not as big of a betrayal to my personality. That's the other one, the selfish, the introverted selfishness, which is just work through my day, not care, just go to work, half-ass it at work, bring in a paycheck, come home, lay down, whatever, Maybe see my daughter, maybe not, whatever. That's a bad decision too, but it's an easy one. Just to sort of turn off, go on autopilot, run a script, whatever. I can't do that one either. But it'd be easy. And some days you need to take the easy path because I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. I think it was 2 days ago, when this friend didn't know about the decision I made. And we were talking about my life because, it comes up. When you're talking to somebody, they ask you how you're doing, especially when they know your circumstances. And he said he took the easy path. Because I was talking about how I feel that sometimes people take the easy path without realizing that they're taking the easy path. That sometimes people are immature, take easy paths, thinking without realizing that they're immature or that they're taking the easy path and all those things. And he said, well, I'm taking the easy path. And I said, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter that you take the easy path. Sometimes all that matters is that you take the right path for you. And the right path for me is the hard path. And most of the time, the right path is the hard path. But some days, and it should only be days, maybe weeks, but it should, I feel, to me, this is my opinion, it should only be days. Take the easy path, sure. There are some days I go on autopilot, yeah. Because that's something that's right for you. That's what's right. As long as you're being honest and genuine to yourself, to do it. And again, I see that there's one person in here, so I don't have the chat up, so I'm not talking to anybody specifically. I'm talking existentially to myself. But I mean, I guess, thank you for being here. I mean, I it's a hard and long path, and today I was looking at that long and hard path, and it didn't look fun. And that's why I was actually needed to do this today. Because I think I'm only going to do this when I need it, but the chances are I'm going to need it most days. Because it's just a long and hard and painful and unpleasant path. I opened this up talking about how I want to talk about fear and pain. I'm afraid of the path I've chosen. But it doesn't mean that I think I'm wrong. I believe this is what's right for me. And it pains me to think about the decisions my wife has made. It hurts to think about the life that she leads and all that stuff, but I don't care that it hurts. It still hurts, but there's a separation, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's not easy. It's a very complicated thought. I care that it hurts. But what I mean is that I fundamentally don't want to care that it hurts. I don't like it. To be frank, I don't like what's going on. I don't like the circumstances. I don't like that this happened. I don't like the decisions she's making. But I have made a decision on who I want to be. My decision doesn't allow me to cast down her as a person for making those decisions. I think she's making a mistake, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. All that matters is who I am as a person to her. All that matters is the person I am to the world, to my daughter, to my friends. That's all that matters. That's all I can control. That's all I can do. To be the best person I can be. Because right now, like I was saying, what options do I have? I can go and I can rant and rave and I can get in her face and all that stuff, but ultimately she's going to make the decisions she's going to make. She's going to be whatever person she's going to be, and I can't make her make any decisions. I can only make decisions for myself. She's going to be whatever person she wants to be. And all I can do is be a loving and caring person and hope that the person I know she is, the person that's sort of taken a back seat to other aspects of her personality. I'm not saying that person's completely gone. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not saying she's a terrible person or anything like that. I'm saying that aspects of her, certain parts of her personality have taken a forefront in her life. And I know that the person I know is still there because I still see her every so often, even just before I left. I still saw her. I still talked to that person. So my hope is that me being a loving and caring and kind person can inspire that in other people and inspire that in her. Inspire that within my daughter and those closest to me. Now, my far-flung hope, my pipe dream, my wish, it's so far-fetched. My wish is that me being the person I am, the loving, kind, caring, compassionate, forgiving person I am, she sees that. That's the person that she fell in love with a long time ago. And she realizes that that's who she lost. That that's who she threw away. Yeah, the person that she threw away wasn't that person. I will say that. I was both the person she threw away and the person I am now. The person I am now took a back seat, just like the person that I love has more often in recent years taken a back seat. In her life. So, yeah, my far-flung hope, my dream of dreams, another reference there, is that, yeah, I do inspire that part of her, but I also inspire that connection, because that part of her is the same part that loves me, or that had loved me. And yeah, I may have tarnished that chance a long time ago. And not just that long ago either. Like I said yesterday, I said some pretty stupid things just a couple of months ago, but I can't undo the past. I can only be a better person for the future. I can only be a better me tomorrow. I can only be what I can be. I can't undo the past, because if I could fix a lot of things, but I can't. I just need to find a person who's really smart and make a time machine, I guess, because that fix a lot of problems. But as of right now, this is the best plan I got. So, I think that's about all I have to say today. I think so. Well, thanks, little person, for sticking around for, I think, about 20 minutes. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end it in about a minute. I don't know. I guess I could talk about something positive, which is that I plan on getting new glasses. Here we go. There's something positive after all this. I did say positive things in this, but it was mostly a heavier topic. But like I said, most of these are probably going to be heavier topics, because that's what I need to get off my chest. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening.